Hello everyone, welcome back to another stream. As you can see, I changed! I got dressed, chat. Look at me. Only slightly less horrifying. It's great. Anywho, I found a new mod. I know what I'm doing. Found a new mod. Hello, hello, hello. So in order to use the new mod, I will have to use cheats. But that's okay. Oh. Because it's not gonna, like, actually cheat anything. I seriously need to go back and optimize this world. This lag is getting fucking ridiculous. Look how many brown mushrooms there are! Anywho. Basically, I have a mod that allows me to place NPCs in the world. Hang on, my music is a lot louder than I want it to be. 1 second. It's louder than I want it to be, but too quiet for you guys, so I had to fix it. There we go. So, I have a mod that I look even more huggable. I know, I look so soft. Anyway, I have a mod that allows me to place NPCs in the world wherever I want. So, I'm gonna do a thing where if you are a subscriber and you have Minecraft, you have to have Minecraft for this. I will place you wherever you want in my world within reason. Like, if you ask me to put you floating in midair, I can't guarantee I'll be able to do that. And if you ask me to put you in the nether, for the time being, that's gonna be no. But, if you're subscribed, you have pretty much free range as to where you want to be. Hello! Speeve. Welcome in. Take that, put that. Now, if everyone remembers where we left off last time, we had just finished setting up the ability to, like, teleport around everywhere. Do F3C. It's usually the best thing to do with F3. If this closes my game, I'm gonna be pissed. What? I'm confused. I don't know what that did. What did you do? Anyway, there's melons to harvest. Do Control V in chat. Oh. Oh, that's cool. Well, I don't have cheats turned on right now. But if you are subscribed and you want to be in the world, let me know, and all I need is your Minecraft IGN and I can just place you in the world. Yeah. I tormented Mori with it earlier because I sent them, if you were in Mori's chat earlier and you heard me talking about the incident, that's what I was doing, hang on, actually, I want to show you guys this picture because it's kind of funny. Let's see if I have it saved. Real quick. Let me image. Just a moment, chat. Sorry. Wait, where'd the image go? There it is. Be honest, I thought that one was supposed to crash the game. Oh. So, when we were talking about the incident earlier, this is what we were referring to. So, that was in a single player world, by the way. I just went through and I made a whole bunch of Moris, just, everywhere. So, I made a bunch of Moris and I placed them all. And then Mori freaked out about it. Like, what the fuck? Why are there so many? And my response was, to do a little joke of like going around and killing them. You know, kill the imposters, false gods, as you should. And it spooked him. He was spooked. There we go. Did he have a little bit of an emotional breakdown? Maybe. Do I feel bad? Not really, because it was funny. Please don't clip that. Please don't clip that. Fashion, put it all on me. I never see these clothes on me. Oh my god, one of my, whoops. One of my, one of my VODs got copyrighted on YouTube because apparently my singing was so good that the copyright botting couldn't tell the difference between my voice and the actual recording. If I have to go and get more saplings, I'm gonna be pissed. Put it all on me. Don't you want to see these clothes? Phantom! Oh my god, the raid! Ah, you guys. Phantom! La, la, la. No, don't harass me with Waterbox. But yes, welcome, welcome raiders, welcome in. Today we're playing on my modded hardcore world. I might get paid soon, you know what that means. Oh no. Honestly, I'm kind of saving up for phone repairs because my phone broke and I'm kind of losing my mind at it, but it's fine. I'm fine. So, chatters. I'll give extra money. Oh, you don't have to. It's fine. But what I was saying before you guys switched over, if you guys are subscribed, then you can pick where you want to be placed in the world, and I'll just place your NPC in the world. And you can just exist within my hardcore world. But you have to be subscribed to do it. I am limiting it to subs only. Main reason why is because I have almost 275 of you fucks. If I tried to place every single one of you in this world, my computer would crash. Sleeping in hotels and I just want to be in your house or near a portal. I have both of those options available, so which one would you prefer? Do you want to be like the guide? Like the travel guide? If you make a big potato farm, I would want to stand in the middle of it. You're not subscribed, Delta. I can put you here if you want, Phantom. Do you want to be the travel guide, or do you want to be rummaging in my food? Okay, I'll put you over here. Sure. I just need your IGN. In-game name for Minecraft. Because I don't have it memorized. Okay. Bup. Slash NPC create. Slash NPC. Edit. Look. Now Phantom is watching me. Slash NPC deselect. Anyway. So yeah, now Phantom is our travel guide. Until we crashed into each other's arms. You will be the potato man? Well, I do plan on expanding my farm eventually. Fast until we crash into each other's arms. Taking it too far. Faster, can't taking it too far. Get paid in a couple days. That's wonderful. I'm excited for you. Just until we crash into each other's arms. Bucko best Buggo. Most of the money will be going to you. Aww. Come on. You don't have to send me money, chat. You don't have to. Support the coins. If you don't have to send me money. You can literally, like, if you like my stuff, just tell other people about it and I'll be happy. You will get the money and you will accept it? I mean, like, what if I get the money and I don't want it, what am I gonna do? Refund it? No. I'm easily embarrassed, not stupid. Posing. Everybody pose. Everybody sing, dance. Later on, once I get more builds in this world, I will open it up to, like, if you have a shit ton of channel points, you can buy, placing your player character here. It's like me giving Phantom money all over again. Valid. I will give you guys the chance to, do channel points later, but as of right now, I want to have a specific build dedicated to just those with channel points, so I can't do that right now. Is the mushroom in the background? Which one? Be more specific, King. Oh, I also have new channel point redemptions. So, you guys can dress me if you so choose. You can put me in clothing, which I won't be happy about, but I will deal with. Actually, the new, redeems that I have, the outfit one and the, found one I like. Nice. The outfit one and the water box one can actually overlap. Don't want to be the sky baby? If you guys aren't... Oh. I believe that one's 2? I believe that one is hotkeyed to 2. That was both. That one's this one. Stick one would suck if you were planning to break obsidian. Yeah, people have had me break obsidian with a stick before. Start out slow, then play it faster. When you turn to paradise, then close your eyes. I know what you fantasize about. I know what you fantasize about. Think it'd be worse with mining fatigue? Mm-hmm. Never announce that you're planning on breaking obsidian. Yeah. Even if I don't announce it, you can normally figure out when I'm going to, because I'll be like counting out loud how much I need to get for whatever I need. If you're curious, right now I'm kind of like more or less saving up wood. Blow your mind tonight. What I'm kind of doing right now is more or less like saving up wood. My job involves counting, so I'm not doing it for you. Valid, valid. I'm saving up wood right now because pretty soon here, I'm going to go, I'm gonna make a underwater thing to, I'm gonna make an underwater thing where I will go over to where the, ocean monument is underwater, and then up top, I'm gonna make, like, a hole and drain it. But a few things I need to do that first is, one, I'm gonna need a shit ton of sand or gravel. Most likely sand. I do like this song. This is a good song. I'm gonna need a shit ton of sand or gravel, which is, if I scroll out, up here, which means I'm gonna have to teleport, which is not fun. Anywho. Head off. Stuff to do early in the morning. Early for me is like 8 a.m. Alrighty, sleep well. I hope you have a wonderful night. Thank you so much for hopping in. I hope you sleep good. And if you don't, let me know so I can fight the sleep demons for you. What is Phantom looking at? Can't even hurt you. Phantom is talking to another ghost. Honestly, you know what? Fair enough. Probably gets lonely being the only one who isn't able to move. Bubbly, I don't think you realize you are subscribed. You can place if you want. You can place your character if you want. Can I be put on your bone meal thing? Like on top of it? I mean, wait, do you mean like on top of it? Okay. Sure. Let me grab some scaffolding to get up there. That is granite. What's your IGN? In-game name. Things that I never made. You don't have to make a sound. They got what you need. Alright. If it's wrong, then we'll figure it out. Wait, can you still open the chest? Yeah. I'm being stalked, chat. Oh my god. This was the best decision I've ever made. Giggling too hard at this. It's great. It's great. You picked prime real estate, friend. You picked prime real estate. Okay, its range isn't too high, so you're not gonna track me while I'm like running past. To the bonnet, to the hay. Hello. Hello. There's ways to upgrade it and stuff like that to like add armor, but I have no clue what those are. And I do know that they increase lag, so no. It started with the hay, loft creaking, well it just started in the hay. With his long johns on, Pop went a-creeping to the bonnet to the hay. Young lovers and their legs tied up in knots, young lovers with their legs tied up in knots. With his long johns on, Pop went a-creeping to blow the hay off, bedhead straight off. My daddy's got a gun, my daddy's got a gun, my daddy's got a gun. Ungodly amount of mushrooms. Someone should put theirs in a corner next to the door. No! The moment, keeping me in the moment. But you haven't noticed, why don't you say so? Didn't even notice the punches that you roll with. You've got to keep me focused, you wanna say so. Did I add a mod that allowed me to make a backpack back? I've elytra crystallite, but no backpack. Just that you roll with. You've got to keep me focused, you wanna say so. Long time since you fell in love. Yourself, yourself. We can dance the day around it if you want, my dear. You want it, scream and shout it big. Keeping me in the moment. I have 2 diamonds. I'm gonna make one of those into a shovel. Immediately regret it. The moment, keeping me in the moment. But you haven't noticed, why don't you say so? Wait. My 6? Yeah, that makes 6. Check my breath right quick. You know what? Fuck it. 60. Make it bad. Let me... Thank you. Goddamn. If you're curious as to what I'm doing, I'm making just a shit ton of chests. Keeping me and because I'm gonna be going and collecting a shit ton of sand. I kind of want to go buy a Visa gift card tomorrow so I can support Debuggo. You don't have to. No, I'm just that you roll. Got to keep me focused. You wanna say so. Okay. I don't need this or this, really. Bubbly's just existing in the corner. It's great. Don't really need that. Or that, honestly. I'll throw this in here. Don't need this. Blood, 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 blood. Can I? No. Uh, 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 uh. Okay. I plan to go to the desert and just get a shit ton of dirt, not dirt, sand, so I can start on build. I know build is going to take a while. That's why I want to get started now. That's good. I think that's good. And then if we go over to Phantom. What? I already had this discovered, excuse me. Whatever. Oh, this is the wrong one. This is the right one. I know this shit probably doesn't matter to you guys, but it does matter a little bit to me. One, two... Yeah, I want it to be 5 by 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hey! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here we go. Yeah, I'm ready. There, there, there. Here. There we go. Have you guys ever seen, have you guys ever heard of the term eco-terrorist? Because that's what I'm about to become to this entire fucking desert. eco-terrorism. Please don't clip that. 16 shot. I plan on going until I break the shovels I have on hand. And in the meantime, storing as much sand in these chests as possible. And ask you a question that you don't have to answer if you don't want to. Go ahead, ask away. I'm open about a lot of things, so I don't mind. An altar's front, how does it feel like? How do you know? That is a more complicated question than I was expecting, I will admit. I'm not angry, I'm not upset, I'm not upset. It's just, Ooh, fine. I was just expecting something that was easier to answer. So, a few things first. One, if you, we switch on stream all the time, and we just don't talk about it because it's not something that's particularly interesting. If you notice that all of a sudden we get a lot more hostile than normal, that was probably a switch. You know how sometimes someone will bring something up and I'll just go, no, drop it? Yeah, that's one of our protectors. We can kind of, there's some days where we genuinely can't tell who's fronting. Like, if you ask, we will respond with, your guess is as good as mine. But, how do we tell who's fronting? It's mostly just, we kind of ask ourselves, like, who do we identify as? It definitely helps for the ones who have, like, phantom limbs or whatever. For example, I, as the host, have a set of phantom wings, which is where I feel wings that don't actually exist. So it's easy to tell whenever I'm fronting because I will be able to feel my wings. And it's easy to tell when Ben is fronting because he will constantly be worried about like his eyes dripping, and so he will constantly be rubbing at our face in an attempt to clean up something that isn't actually there. Everything else, it's kind of like if you ask, sometimes we'll be able to identify it, sometimes we won't. It really just depends on the day and why we're fronting. For example, Dee and I, my co-host, there have been times where we genuinely couldn't tell which one of us was fronting because we just kept talking back and forth so frequently. It's kind of like if you have two people working on the same group project and they're both putting in equal amounts of time, at a certain point you forget who suggested the project. You know? And like, the way it feels is, like a lot for some of us. We can also identify who's fronting based off the memories that we have. For example, I, as the host, know about the traumatic events that we've been through, but I don't remember them. If I were to talk about the traumatic events, I would be telling it as if it were a story, because to me, even though I know that I experienced it, I don't remember it, so to me, it feels like a story. I don't know, it's different for every system, and so what I'm explaining might, if you have a different system in your life who you're, like, trying to, like, learn more about, my answers may be very different from what they experience. I know that I experience we as a system experience things that are not very accepted by the wider community because of how it's been co-opted by people who are faking DID for attention, or worse, faking it just because they think it's funny. A good example of this is we used to use the term system reset, which we actually now know the correct term for it is mass dormancy event, which is where we go under either a massive life change or an immense amount of stress or whatever the case may be, and whatever is going on, the current most frequent fronters are not capable of handling the situation and not capable of handling life after the situation. This causes them to go dormant and causes a lot of others to, because there's so much stress, a lot of others to be formed in their place. It's not a complete reset, but sometimes it feels like it. And it's only happened twice in our life. And both times it wasn't like an overnight thing. It takes like weeks, and it is exhausting, and it is painful, and it sucks. But yeah. I'm willing to answer a lot of questions about DID. I just don't, like, the questions that genuinely make us not want to talk about it is stuff like, every single time we try to talk to someone, they respond with, oh, well, who's fronting now? Because sometimes we just don't want to be identified, and sometimes we don't know. Questions like, can I talk to so-and-so, or is so-and-so near the front because I want to talk to them? Because imagine it like this. One of your friends walks up to you with your other, like, you and two friends are, I kind of asked Phantom if I should ask, since I was afraid it'd be something you didn't like, and I didn't want to annoy you. So I didn't know any other systems. I was kind of curious, but nervous to ask, which is why I asked. Oh, no, you're fine, dude. The things that mostly piss systems off is, what trauma did you go through to make you like this? Which, the reason why that pisses us off is because it's none of your business. Why would you want to hear about the most traumatic experiences in my life? That is horrific. And the second one is asking who's fronting all the time. Because if we want to identify ourselves, we will. The last main thing that'll, like, piss me off really, really quickly is asking to speak to someone else in the system. Because think of it like this. You and two friends are hanging out in a room together, like in the same room. And one of your friends walks over to you and says, hey, is the other friend available? Can I talk to the other friend? I don't want to talk to you. Can you imagine how fucking hurtful that can be? Like, this isn't targeted to anyone in chat, by the way. This is just something that I have experienced on multiple occasions and has caused me to cut off many different people. But can you imagine how fucking disrespectful that is? Like, that's so mean. Yeah. Like, if you want to talk to the other alter, you can ask to send a message. That's fine. Because at that point, you're not assuming that they can switch. Because there's a few problems with it. One, switching a whole lot, even more than a couple times, even like more than once or twice in a day for some systems, can cause migraines or seizures. So that's the first thing, is that you're asking, hey, can you have a seizure for me? But if you're asking to, like, send a message, that's a whole lot more understandable of, like, okay, you understand that they can't come out right now, but you still want to talk to them, and you don't want to, like, push this other person away. Ask to send a message. I am okay with that. I have not met any systems that aren't okay with it, but it's different from system to system, so just ask. As a general rule, 9 times out of 10, always assume that you could scare someone off and ask first. That's my 2 cents on it. So, pull me in your arms again. Yeah. Like, you don't want to automatically assume you know everything. Honestly, it's the same for fictives, too. Just because you know where they're coming from doesn't mean you know them entirely. Be sure to ask. An example of this, Ben is a fictive. Ben is a fictive of Ben Drown. He's been around for a very long time. He just kind of, like, he has his own job in Headspace, so he doesn't front very often, if ever. That's honestly why I was kind of shocked that he wanted to stream the other day, and I was like, yeah, go for it, sure. So, I had him, for him at least, you can talk to him about, like, your fandom headcanons, and he will respond. Like, he enjoys talking about his source. But KK, who is also a fictive, they don't like talking about their source. For KK, it's a lot of trauma and a lot of negative, and bringing up their source around them, especially how they're connected to it, can just have him straight up shut down. They don't like their source. So just ask. If all else fails, there is nothing wrong with just straight up going, hey, are you okay with this? There is no harm in asking, and if someone claims harm from asking, then they're fucking lying. Okay? Pop, 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 pop. Honestly, if you have questions about, like, my alters and stuff, and, like, aside from asking, like, who's fronting, because we will tell you if we feel comfortable, you can ask questions. I don't really mind. The main reason, by the way, if you're curious, the main reason I keep emphasizing don't ask who's fronting is because if you're asking, 9 times out of 10, you're going to immediately trigger out a protector whose response will be, it doesn't fucking matter who it is. And then you will immediately get aggression. So that's more of a protecting you than a protecting me thing. Like, I'm pretty sure you don't want to be snapped at for no reason. Sorry, I get really curious about this stuff. Sometimes I want to feel, I guess, I didn't want it to feel like I was dehumanizing you, so that's why I was nervous. Oh, that's perfectly valid. No, 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 no. If it helps, most of us in here aren't human anyway, so... something interesting has happened. What's the something interesting? Tell me, tell me. Makoder and an FNF mod? Ooh! Poggers, excited for you. Good job opportunity. Hopefully it doesn't fall through. I've seen a lot of FNF mods fall through lately, so I'm hoping for the best for yours. You are getting paid for your work, yes? Lol, no. Aww. Come on, bestie. Do better. You deserve payment for your work. Doing it for fun? Valid. Well, don't let yourself get too stressed over something fun. Also, for more experience, I can make my own. Valid. Even if you're not doing it for pay, I still recommend writing up a contract to make sure they don't try to claim any future assets that you make as theirs. I have also seen that running around too, where someone will make a small team of artists, and like a small team of artists in order to make like a mod or something, and then the mod will fall through intentionally by design, and then they'll go through and then the creator of the mod goes through and tries to like take credit for artists' future stuff and copyright them. So, still recommend you write up a contract for your own protection's sake, but that's up to you, King. If you're curious what that would look like, it would be pretty simple of only assets that I label as from this game sent to this address will be used in this game. Anything beyond that is my own. I didn't want it to feel like I was just looking at you as some sort of experiment instead of a person, since although I didn't have anything like that, I still had moments where people have kind of treated me as less than a person because of my autism stuff. Oh, yeah, no, I understand. I was trying to make a joke about it. I understand what you were worried about. I get it, and I do appreciate your concern. But I was making a joke at the expense of my headmates. I think there's only, out of, like, 20 of us, there's only 4 that are humans? No, that's being generous. I don't count catboys as human. Please don't clip that. Please don't clip that. I am so fucking paranoid about this caving in. Like, I know this is from it caving in earlier, but goddamn, I'm so paranoid. I would have a basic outline of what my mod would be. Ooh. What would it be? Tell me, tell me. Honestly, I've been talking about getting, I've been talking about seeing if anyone in my community would be willing to make like a Minecraft mod for me. I've already got like the ideas down and stuff, and I can even do concept art. I just have no fucking clue how to code, and I barely know how to 3D model. Speaking of, tomorrow's going to be spending a lot of time figuring out how the fuck to make Blender work. I remember when I talked to you about my Ice Phoenix character called Vi. Yeah. I love that the whole point of the Phoenix, like, by design is to be fire, and then so many, like, modern people just went, fire? Nah, that's lame. Fire? Lame. Nah. I prefer freezing to death, thank you. Dude, oh my god, I want to talk about this because I'm happy about it, and I'm not checking the user list, so I'm just gonna pray that the person I'm talking about isn't in my chat. Uh, along with their key ability of freezing people to death when staring at them. Valid. Uh, I'm, uh, I'm all excited about this, so I'm gonna talk about this and just pray that the person I'm talking about isn't in chat right now, because if they are, then I'm gonna embarrass the fuck out of myself. Like, probably end stream levels of embarrassment. Anyway, so I was watching this one streamer that I've been watching for a little while now. I'm one of those types of people who I'll just lurk on their VODs, so I never gain channel points. Unless you're my friend or I am a moderator in your chat, I do not talk in chat. Anxiety says no thanks. So I've been watching this person's VODs for a little bit now. And so, considering I had rated them, like, once or twice, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna be a brave boy and go talk in their chat and go say hi to them without, like, a raid as a greeting. And it's been a while since I talked to them, it's been a while since I rated them. And so I was like, yeah, let me go interact with them, let me go say hi. And they were like, so we were talking and chatting, and they were like, so what are you up to now? I'm like, honestly, I got sick and tired of, like, waiting for the thing that, waiting for, like, the things that I want to see created, be created, and I've decided to just go out and make it myself. I don't see people making what I want to see in the world, and so I've decided to go make it myself. And, he was like, oh, that's amazing, and I was like, oh, thank you, and, like, we were chatting back and forth, and it was really cool. And I admitted that he was one of my inspirations that caused me to, like, get up off my ass and actually go do something. And he's like, yeah, am I following you? I'm like, no, you're not, but it's okay. And he's like, no, I meant to go follow you because you're a cool creator, and I checked out your, stream after last time you raided. I guess I just forgot. So, he's following me now. Yeah, for the record, I go and watch this streamer when I'm feeling, like, emotionally shit. Because he just gives off, like, the best comforting vibes. And genuinely, like, it's one of those things of, like, you know how people go, oh, you're my comfort streamer, or, like, oh, this is my, like, comfort VOD. The person that I'm talking about, I'm not gonna say their name, because I'm gonna fucking out myself. Because as soon as I see their name, I know you fucks are gonna go at him. Like, at him. Whenever I talk in chat, with me, when I talk in chats, it's a decision I make after seeing a few streams and learning about the community and the streamer. I watched a couple of your streams, and I never actually chatted until this one. Yeah! I noticed you in the viewer list. I just don't say shit about people in the viewer list because I'm not mean. But, so this guy that this streamer that I'm talking about, people go, oh, they're my comfort streamer. No, comfort streamer is someone that you go to in order to get comfort when life is bad. I go to him to get like inspiration for existence. May I just pop up and don't shut up? Yeah, but that's what I like. It's fine. Oh no! Handled. Like, do you guys have that one streamer that like you pop into their chat and it doesn't matter how shit of a week you have, you just feel calm watching them? That's the streamer for me. And he's following me now. And I'm just kind of hoping that he's not gonna see this VOD. I know if I say his name, you guys are gonna go like fucking at him or like try to get his attention. Bestie, his stream was like 7 hours ago. Let him sleep. But yeah. I will say it's if you try to start guessing names, it's not he's not a big streamer. He's not like anyone big like Nikki or Ranbu or shit like that. It's not one of them. He's not a small streamer. He's at like he's nearing 2K, but still. Just just so you know, if you start guessing names, you very likely will be wrong. Honestly, as a general thing, I try not to point out people in my chat. I try not to point out people specifically, cause that's mean, you know? Keep a ranking of where each person I watch is when it comes to comfort. Am I within the top 15? I don't even care where. I wanna feel right now. You're number 3? Pog! Oh my god, that's great. You're not in timeout, Bubbly! You're allowed to look away from the corner, King. Whoever told Bubbly they were in timeout, I'm sad at you. Shall I say you're only 2 above you, or no? Sure, why not? You're right. Yeah, stop staring at the corner. It's making me worried for your sanity. I'm worried for Bubbly's mental health. Because every time I walk over to him, they're staring at the wall. For your information, if the 2 people who are above me are my friends, I will mock them. Haha, I'm higher up on someone's list than you. This song is how I will feel. Alt specifically to vent to myself. Smudgy and VTuber named Jackson. Interesting. I'll have to check them out. Wanna go home, come on this party. I wanna go home. Don't like this party. Chat, I can't wait until I have just a decent amount of stuff all of the time. I didn't realize that this was a block higher. That's fine. It looks like I'm the best and you're the worst. It looks like I'm the best and you're the worst. Worst. Wanna go home to like these people. I wanna go home to like this party. The one directly below you doesn't stream, but their name is Geo1 Prime. YouTuber? Pog. Either that or they're just a friend. There's a lot of people that I take inspiration from when it comes to content creation and like what I want to do with myself and like with my career. I don't talk about it because whenever I do, I get all emotional and shit, and that's gross. I don't want to do that on stream to you guys. But no, as in they're inactive at the moment. Ah, Hog. But I don't want to come on here and just start talking like sad shit and things that like it's like a bittersweet happy that I feel about it. I don't want to do that shit to you guys because like my streams are like good vibes most of the time. Like 9 times out of 10 my streams are as good vibes as I can maintain. You know? Let it all. Into oblivion. Live about the world we're living in. Fall into oblivion, 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 oblivion. We're going on. Kind of want to join? Join what? Like, my streams have 2, like, emotional states. The world. You know how to do it. The only way that you guys can join, this is a single player world, so the only way for you guys to join the world right now is to be a sub. If you are subscribed to me, then you get to place 1 NPC of yourself in the world wherever you want. I'm going on. But yeah. My streams have like 2 emotional states. One is very chill, very calm, just okay overall. You know, something that you could reasonably fall asleep to. And the other one is chaos incarnate and causing damage to existence itself. We had it all. I have a funny idea because that might cause chaos. I'm down for chaos, sure. Do you guys want to hear about my like streaming and YouTube inspirations? I can guarantee that I will. It will get like sappy at points, and possibly sad. So if you guys are not in the right, like, emotional state for it, then I don't want to talk about it. It is something that I want to talk about, but not if you guys are, like, not emotionally okay right now. Like, okay enough to handle it, you know? Sure, why not? Um, I'm waiting on one more response, make sure I'm not leaving people behind. Into oblivion. What if I made an AI for my NPC that could basically just be me? It would have to be compatible with the mod I'm currently using. But I'm down. Anyway. So, when it comes to content creation, I think I have 4? What mod? I'm currently using Taterzens for my NPCs. Yeah, I have 4 main inspirations that I can think of. One is the one who I will not name because he now follows me, and that's kind of. I have 3 historical and 2 modern. What I mean by that is, I have 3 people that I was, like, kind of raised with and that I want to emulate, and 2 people that I'm with, that I know now, like I watch now, and I want to, I want my content to be, like, of the same quality that they would be willing to collaborate with me. Not a guaranteed, like, I will collaborate with them in the future, but, I would want to. But, the 2 historical, we must protect them from the British Museum. No! So, it's fucking night, let me sleep. So the 3 that are, like, more historical is, the Diamond Minecart, TDM. Every single video he had he was one of the first YouTubers that I watched that had a consistent character and, a consistent persona that he would portray. And, with different characters that he would interact with, and an ongoing story across his videos. Even if it was, like, light and playful, it was consistent and ongoing, and that's very much how I like writing stories myself. The next one is, Cupquake, who, very much, whenever I was watching her content, she didn't care about viewers or subscribers or what, like, anything like that. She genuinely, most videos, still does some stuff. He recently brought, oh, I'll have to check that out. Sorry. I know Cupquake still does stuff, but it's not the same as her old content. It doesn't have the same vibe, because if you watched Cupquake through her, her Enchanted Forest playthroughs of Minecraft, you'll know what I mean, of, like, she feels like she's forcing her happiness now. And at a point, she even admitted that she was, because she thought that's what she needed to do to be successful. And honestly, like, her old videos where she just did things because it made her happy, because it made her smile, that's the type of creator I want to emulate. I want to do things that make me happy. And yes, I am going to, like, push the algorithm shit. I am going to be like, go and watch my videos and make sure you watch all the way through to the very end, because sticking to the end helps with my analytics, and it makes the YouTube gods like me more. Like, yes, I am going to, like, talk about it, but I don't want that to be the only thing. I've made a promise to myself that if statistics and stuff like that, for me, ever become the only thing I'm concerned about, then I will have to take a break from streaming. Because if the numbers are the only reason I'm creating, I am going against everything I've ever wanted to do, which is create just to make people happy. Should I DM you the video? Sure. And, the last... Just ignore statistics and stream when I feel lonely. Valid. But I do want to make this a career, so different headspaces. Nothing wrong with yours, just different headspace. I'm taking a breath before I talk about the last one because I'm coping very, very slowly, but, the last main creator that I draw a lot of inspiration from is Technoblade. Even now, I've talked briefly about it on Phantom Stream, and I've talked about it in my Discord, but if you're not in my Discord, I'll go ahead and re-explain, but, very long story short, I knew Technoblade, like, personally, before he blew up. I knew him as a person. I used to have screenshots of our conversations on my tablet. If you're curious as to what happened to those screenshots, I'm never gonna, even if I had access to them, I wouldn't post them anywhere because they're deeply personal to me. But I dropped my old tablet face down on the asphalt on my way home one day and shattered the screen so bad that it punctured the battery and ate away at the memory processor. So my memory was completely fucking destroyed. But he Technoblade was and is a big inspiration for me. How did you do that? Magic. Don't worry about it. But, I grew up in a very, very not good household. It was dangerous where I lived to just kind of exist, more or less. So I did you fucking dunk your tablet into the ground? Christ, it was a crappy tablet. Okay? Goddamn. But, and it was just poor, bad luck, too. But, whenever Technoblade was doing his Town of Salem videos, he actually used to play those in public lobbies. And because of location and times of playing, we wound up being in the same lobby a lot, honestly. So we were in the same lobby pretty much all the time, which means that, you know, we would regularly meet up and play the game together. We had a little duo name. I can't remember what he called us, but every time he would say it, I would go, "No, fuck you. That's a terrible name," and would offer instead we do Black Knight because uh, he always played he always played like a darker based character, and I was always the knight, regardless of what role I was actually given in the game. It's a massive dungeon. Um, so he gave us a duo name, and I completely disagreed with it. Um, but he was one of like 6 people who actually had my Skype. And I remember very vividly on multiple occasions, he would actually go through and what I'm trigger warning for what I'm about to talk about for abusive mentions of abuse and mentions of self-harm and suicide. But my Technoblade would message me. He had an alt for people who he actually like talked to regularly. He had an alt Skype for people who he would talk to that wasn't connected with his YouTube. And we would talk back and forth, and he would actually repeatedly talk me down from suicide. And some of the things he said still, yeah, some of the things he said still really stuck with me, even to this day. And I would take screenshots of the things that he told me, and I would go back and I would read them if I was ever feeling down. One of the things I remember him saying, which, knowing how he passed, it's fucking ironic, but, he pulled me into a call. He pulled me into a call, and at the time I was having a really bad breakdown. I was having like one of my worst panic attacks at the time. And he pulls me into a call and he goes, "Hey, I know that you're having a hard time. I get it." And I go, You don't get it because you're not fucking listening because, mental breakdown." And he was like, "No, take a breath, focus for me." So it took me a little bit. I got back to breathing finally. And he was like, "You don't know how much time you have, right?" I was like, "Yeah, I don't." He's like, "You don't know how long you're going to be living this life. And you don't know if there's going to be one that comes after." I was like, "Yeah." And his response was, "So why are you so worried all the time that if you fuck up this life, you will not be given forgiveness? You have no idea how much time you have, and you have no idea if there's anything beyond it. And if there is, how do you know that you won't be forgiven?" And he would say things like that so often. He actually used it as an argument in one of the games of Town of Salem. I remember at the time he was at, I want to say 400K on YouTube. Most likely a lot less. I unsubscribed to his YouTube channel when he took down his Town of Salem videos because at the time he was growing so fast that he actually we couldn't keep in touch anymore. And I was like, the only reason I subscribed was for Town of Salem, so I'm no longer interested in being subscribed to someone who doesn't do Town of Salem. And I just happened to re-find him whenever Dream SMP was a thing. And I still take a lot of inspiration from him. Like, he may not know me, like, at the time he passed, he may not have known me as a person. Hell, he may not remember me, but he does remember talking kids down from suicide. And I was one of those kids. And he's not much older than me. He was, what, 22, 23? I'm turning 20 in August. He's not that much older than me. And he just had so much to give. And he gave so much of it to everyone around him. And I want to live up to everything he instilled in me. As a content creator, as a friend, as an inspiration, I want to live up to everything he instilled in me as much as I can. So, and I know that's probably a lot of weight to hold on to. I'm well aware that basing what I want to be on someone who cannot pass judgment is not exactly the healthiest thing to do. I know. But I do know that whenever I told him what I wanted to do with my life, that I wanted to be a content creator, he did nothing but encourage it and offer, hey, if you want, I'd be willing to like hang out with you on your stream and like see how things are going and give you tips and shit. And he and I would mock each other's setup back and forth. um, he offered to hang out with me on like while he was recording. Just, you know, hang out with me in VC, and I always turned him down because like I didn't have a YouTube channel, so he couldn't properly shout me out, which I now know was a fucking stupid decision I should have accepted. But yeah. I just very simply I want to live I know I can't live up to expectations he doesn't have, but I want to live up to everything that he instilled in me as a person. How he wholeheartedly believed, as far as I knew him, he wholeheartedly believed that there was good in people, and he wanted to believe in the good in people and encourage that good to be shared with everyone so everyone knows that there is good in people. And it's not a very high bar to pass. Be good, be kind, don't be a dick. Sorry, I've gone quiet because I'm smiling at memories. um, here's a stupid moment. He actually, this was supposed to go in one of his videos, but he wound up cutting it out, because of, because I asked him to. He was like, hey, I want to add this in the video. And I'm like, I don't want to be in your videos. That's too many people. And he's like, okay, fine. So we wound up editing this out of the video. But we were playing Town of Salem. We weren't in VC at the time, but we were chatting back and forth out of game. And I was the killer. And so someone goes, hey, I'm going to use my name that I have now and not the one I was using at the time for the story. Someone goes, hey, I think Atlas is the killer. And I messaged Technoblade. I'm like, I don't know what to do. I'm a shit liar. And he's like, nah, watch this. And then he hops into the in-game chat and he goes, it's not Atlas. And everyone's like, how do you know? And they respond, hello, Ollie. They respond with taking copying our chat from what's the fucking app? I literally just said the app. Taking copy pasting our Skype conversation, but editing it so that it's not I'm the murderer. It's I don't know how to defend myself. And they were like, oh wait, so you're talking with Atlas on Skype? And he was like, yeah. And then no one suspected me and I won the fucking game. If you're curious, he was the detective. He gave pity on me because I hadn't won a single game the entire, like, we'd been playing for like 3 hours at that point, and I hadn't won once. Uh, and so he was like, I'll give you a win. I was like, don't just give me a win. He was like, I'll give you a win. So yeah. True. Um, um, I have a video on my not my if you guys have access to my old YouTube channel, the one from before I rebranded, I have one that's actually older than that I no longer have access to. And I recorded a video of my sister and I driving home from a late night movie. Still can't believe you know techno. If I had screenshots that I was comfortable sharing and had access to, I would prove it. But the screenshots that I would be comfortable sharing, I don't have access to. But, because all of this shit happened before Google Drive was like a thing. Otherwise, I would have saved it to Google Drive. Anyway. So, on my account that's like older than my pre-rebrand account, I had recorded a video of my sister and I singing along to the radio as my stepdad took us home from a late night movie. Cause he was trying to like get us to, just have more fun while we were hanging out with him because my mom and stepdad were in the middle of a custody battle and he was trying to, buy our love and it didn't work. But I sent Techno the video of my sister and I singing. And the video's unlisted, so I can't access it now. But he commented on the video and said, you should really go into a career in singing. Your voice is insane. And I shot back a DM. I said, shut the fuck up about my voice. My voice will make your mother scream. And he's like, don't talk shit about my mother. I was like, what are you gonna do about it, pig boy? He threatened to 1v1 me in Minecraft, and at the time I didn't own Minecraft. And so I told him he would lose because I just DC in the middle of the fight. Silly, silly history stories. But yeah. Didn't even notice your avatar? Yeah, I updated it. I'm currently stuck in water box and forced to be clothed, which, if you don't know, soggy clothes absolutely sucks. So, I would appreciate being freed now. But yeah, I updated it. Why the hell are you wearing a jacket? Because that's one of the redeems. Need more points to save the buggo? Yes, I am stuck. I'm back, my phone died. Welcome back, Milky. I've kind of expressed this, but I really want to say it out loud. Honestly, uh, the worst part about from my point of view, at least, the worst part about mourning Technoblade for me isn't the fact that I'm mourning a friend. Like, as much as it sucks to say it, I've lost friends in for similar reasons in the past. So it's not even the fact that I've lost a friend that had me so fucked up. It's the fact that normally in the past, whenever I've lost friends, what I'll do is I'll go to the people they were close to and, share memories back and forth with them of funny things that I've experienced and funny things that they've experienced with this person, back and forth, interacting with loved ones and family members on the positives of it. The reason I can't do that is because the people who were close to him like that, Wilbur Soot, Tommy Innit, I I can't contact them. So the normal methods of me like coping with this shit don't even like aren't even like viable, you know? Yeah. Can still share fun memories with us. Yeah, I know. But the thing is, I don't want to bring it up and just bum everyone out because, oh no, here comes the bug. Here comes the water bug talking about sad things again. I don't want to bum everyone out. I know it's a bummer topic. Like, as much as I try to be, like, lighthearted and playful, I know it's a shit topic. I know it's a bummer. I'm not dumb. I know thinking about death in general sucks. And no one wants to think about death. I don't know. Jacket water. Look, if you don't want me to be stuck in the water box wearing shit, then you can simply redeem the thing and I will no longer be stuck in the water box wearing shit, okay? I don't like it either. Trust me. It's annoying. Whenever clothes get wet, they get sticky. They cling to your clothes. It's awful. May have found something interesting in a dream recently. Oh, need more points. Just woke up. I can tell. About 1.2k points. What redeem is the jacket? Sky them. Sky 'em. My dream was me and Dan TDM making Ah! No more clothes. No more clothes for Buggo. That's not what I wanted to pull up. There we go. My dream was me and Dan TDM making, I can't even read the message without you guys changing my clothes. Me and Dan TDM making a Minecraft mod showcase on the Lucky Blocks. Ooh, nice. You know, Lucky Block was my favorite mod for a while. Didn't even give my outfit a long enough time to dry off before I'm forced back into the water with a cold, wet outfit. I'll get a lot of points eventually. I pride myself on having gotten 35k points for VIP and Phantom's chat without ever actually being able to sub. Nice! It's the good old days with Dan, right? It's a joke, I did do that though. Yee. Wonder how many times I told you to save Minecraft. You haven't. No one redeems save on Minecraft because it's kind of understood that save is for art days. But if you do redeem save, I'll just save, quit to title, and then rejoin the world. Actually, no, you know what I should do? I should, if you hit save, I should make a backup of my world. Nobody has redeemed save yet on Minecraft. Very true. I think I'm gonna have it so that, the relation I had with anyone famous was my dad. Valid. My sister's friend, 1, 2, so down 1, okay. My sister's friend, was a part-time model, and, she actually got in contact with a bunch of different, like, modeling companies and shit. She was a bitch, by the way. She got in contact with a bunch of, like, different modeling companies and shit. And, wound up getting to meet, like, a lot of famous people because of it. And my, sister wound up getting to meet some famous people because of her friend's connection. And then when my sister wound up becoming the favorite of a lot of those people, she's a model, of course, she's a bitch. Valid. When my sister is an absolute sweetheart. She's only popped up in my stream once, but she is an absolute sweetheart, and she's so pretty too. Like, honestly, she is. The only reason that I'm not comfortable with her showing her face on my stream is because I don't want you guys to try and guess what I look like based off her appearance, because it's not comparable. But, she, my sister has this thing where, like, whenever she's out in public, she doesn't make friends, she makes family. Which means that anywhere that she goes, the people that she meets are incredibly kind and incredibly loving to her. Because she is just the sweetest person I know of. With Mori being a close second. Why sand tunnel? Because it's not done, that's why. every day I'm losing my mind. Feels like they're watching me. I'm losing. Feels like I'm losing my mind. But yeah, the the model friend wound up becoming even more of a bitch whenever my sister wound up becoming like party favorite. So, dude, some of the interactions that I've had with my sister are like really weird because whenever we catch up together, we catch up like very bluntly and very quick. Redeem end stream for 500k points. Don't do that. I'll be sad. But my sister has like some of the weirdest life experiences, dude. Like, I mean this lovingly, of course. Like, I'm not talking shit about her. I'm stating she has some weird ass life experiences. Um, uh, I'm trying to think of one I can talk about that won't get her in trouble. Because I am not entirely 100% sure that my mother doesn't follow me despite blocking her on everything. I'm not sure. So I'm like hesitant. But, oh, it's raining. Okay. So, uh, hmm. Only time I'd seriously use an end stream redeem is if it's less an end stream because I want to do it and more end stream and do the self care. Valid. Um. Oh, here's a good story. Uh. So whenever I was very frequently used as like a party trick more or less for my family, where hey, you're really flexible. That's really weird. Come over here and show family member that you're weird and freaky. Stuff like that. uh, so because of that, I would like be brought over into like a massive group of people that I've never fucking known and asked to do like party tricks like with my hypermobility and with my singing, just, sing a song for us. Well, what song do you want me to sing? Anything, just sing something. Okay. And anxious piece of shit made it very difficult for me to sing. But whenever this would happen, it normally the way that my mother would do it was she would show off my sister and then show off me, inadvertently cutting off my sister. And my sister got mad because she thought this was my choice. And then we wound up having a fight about it, in which, in the end, I was like, wait a minute, you're mad that I'm, like, taking your spotlight? She's like, yes! I'm like, please tell anyone else about this. I don't want to perform in front of people 9 times out of 10. I have panic attacks afterwards. Please take my place. I don't know what happened after that. It was one of those of, I noticed that she didn't like it, and I didn't like it, so I just stopped singing in public. Unless asked by people I trust. Note that my mother is not within that list. Honestly, there were a lot of reasons as to why I just stopped singing in public so much. State of mind. Internet is public. I know, but it feels different. It's black, black sky. Baby, you should come with me. I'll take you to the dark side. Me and you and me, do bad things in the nighttime. Baby, you should come with me. Lights with the blackout, blackout, kill the lights with the blackout. It's anonymous, and that's the difference. Yeah. We're strangers, lol. Yeah. Yeah, but the difference is if you say something mean, I can just kick you, I can just ban you from my chat, and then I never have to deal with you again. Genuinely, that's the difference. It isn't even anonymity. Because I have, technically speaking, face revealed before. I did it at 50 followers. How do you know I'm not an alien? No. Or an AI. Oh well. We are a step up or down from strangers, LMAO. No, it's not the strangers thing. Ban someone from existence. That's called murder. Genuinely, it's the fact that whenever I would sing in public, there was a very good chance that the person who was asking me to sing wasn't doing it because they enjoyed listening to me sing. Wasn't doing it because they enjoyed listening to me sing. They were doing it because they wanted to mock me. So, when I would sing something, and then I would be really happy because I love singing. And then they would start mocking me for how I would perform. And then I would get embarrassed and upset. Ban hammer is a knife. Could be an actual hammer. Could be an actual hammer. So they would like try to mock me in person, and I'm very good at hiding it on stream, but I genuinely have such bad social anxiety. I have trouble ordering food for myself. That's not a joke. Oh really? Who did this? But, I just want to talk. More people than I should know. But, they would, like, mock how I would perform. But if I sing on Twitch, and, someone comes into my chat and goes, wow, your voice sucks. Your voice sounds so weird. Like, why don't you just use auto-tune? That's the only way you can sound better. If someone hops into my chat and starts doing that, I just fucking ban them. You cannot be mean to me if I moderate my shit. You know? That's the difference between singing in public and singing on Twitch. Yes, the internet is public, but the difference is if you're an asshole, I don't have to fucking deal with you. For lack of a better example, assholes on Twitch can't follow me to my car and kill me. Someone is mean to me, I ask them to explain. Oh, no, you severely overestimate my social anxiety. You severely underestimate how bad my social anxiety is. Genuinely, if it's around people I don't trust, and you did not know beforehand that I was capable of speaking, there have been so many times where I've just hung out in a group and either wrote things down, or honestly, I relate. My parents always put me on the spotlight to some random family members and gives me a lot of anxiety. Yeah, don't know why parents do that. But, there have been so many times where I was, like, asked to go out with a friend group, and then more people came than I anticipated. And so I would, like, go, like, 4 or 5 meetings with a person and not say a single word to them. I would, like, use sign language or write things down or message them, like, DM them or whatever. And this would happen for, like, 4 or 5 meetings, and then finally, something happens, and they're just like chatting, and then I verbally say something, and they are genuinely shocked that I'm not mute. And it's not the type of like, oh, you can speak. It's like, you know that type of anxiety that you get whenever you realize that you are talking shit about someone in a different language, and then you realize that they can understand the language that you're speaking? I've gotten that type of fear directed at me. It's kind of funny. Yes, I know I'm in the water box. I'm aware. If you're curious, me streaming and shit, it does really hurt after a decent amount of time because my voice is simply not used to talking. Oh my god, I completely missed a follow! Geekino, thank you so much for the follow. How did I miss that? That was like at the beginning. That was like 30 minutes ago. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. Can't even keep track of my own shit. I have to move my OBS. I'm sorry. Anywho. If you're curious as to why I'm not going back to get more sand, it's because I'm out of levels. It takes a level to TP each way. Why Buggo not like water box? Because I'm stuck in it! It's too small! Like, I upgraded my water box, but it's still too small. See, I upgraded it, but it's still too small. How am I supposed to stream and be in Waterbox whenever Waterbox too small for me to do my wiggles? We need bigger Waterbox for Buggo. Besides, I soak in Waterbox overnight. Like, you know, a proper sized one. This was just for stream. Okay. I've told you guys that I used to work at a haunt, like a haunted house, right? Fund for Waterbox? No. Current donations, donations only right now are going towards merch drop. I don't feel comfortable going through companies that I cannot verify that, you know, not sweatshops. So whenever we reach a donation goal, then I'm gonna open merch shop for you guys to go buy from. One time someone tried to make me feel bad for forgetting them, but then someone brought up that they were the one who mocked my ADHD and then got their ass kicked by me in PvP. Lol. Imagine being so bad at the game that you can't even mock someone for being bad at the game because you get mocked for being bad at the game. Do I have enough iron to make an iron pick? I have exactly enough to make an iron pick. Hydrate? You betcha. Give me just a second. Hydrate time? Just drink from the water tank. Puts Buggo in swimming pool. I'm going to go iron mining, which, if I recall correctly, since we're in 118, best level to do iron mining is at level 0. This is the wrong hole. Hydrate, opens mouth, done. No, because that would mean that you guys would see where my mouth is. And I've done very, very good at hiding where my mouth is. Ah! I stretched and yanked my mouse away from my hand. It's the wrong hole. Because I'm a Elytron. And going down the stairs gives me slowness and weakness. You're wearing your avatar. I'm not wearing my avatar. Yeah, I have Origins. It's modded hardcore king. Rumbu being an Enderman, possibly Farlander, has given me the horrifying idea of a player with an Enderman mouth. Yeah, the mods are pretty light. Let's see, hang on. I actually have Forge pulled up. I have, for this mod pack, I have Origins, Extra Origins, Mob Origins, and Origins classes. Fabric, obviously, just enough items, Zario's minimap and world map, Apple Skin, BC Lib, Better End Sky, Better End, Waystones, Macaw's Trapdoors, Pakui, which is used to change your size, so many enchantments, Taterzens, which is what I'm using to do my NPCs, and that is it. I'm thinking about adding more in the future, but we shall see. What Minecraft version are you on? This is a 118.2 Minecraft mod pack that I have made myself. I'm still more or less testing how it all works out, so it has not been released publicly yet. I'm trying to make sure that this mod pack has everything that I want in it before I go ahead and release it publicly. Because I want to make it light enough for as many people as possible to use it, which is why it's on why it's running on Fabric.api and not Forge API. I also want to make it compatible with like Twitch and YouTube users. NPC? Oh, hang on. Are you fucking kidding me? That was disgusting. Ali, for your, while I'm going up, if you want to have an NPC of yourself in the world, all you have to do is subscribe. Subscribers get a NPC in the world that you get to choose where it's placed. And you have to have an active subscription in order for me to place it. Afterwards, I don't care enough to go back and check every single subscriber. But when it's placed, your subscription has to be active. Yeah, this is a single-player world. Here's Bubbly. And there's Phantom, the NPCs. I may have an idea for a mod I could make if you had immersive portals. My main concern with immersive portals is that it eats your, it will fucking eat your computer's CPU. You can't craft portal, I don't think. Immersive portals is, where when you look through the portal, you're able to see what generates on the other side, which eats your CPU like a motherfucker, dude. I bet Bubbly's staring at me through the window. To the window! To the wall! To the wall. What? I was in beta? Oh, cool. Happy for you, King. I don't want to add better nether because I'm quite happy with how the nether is right now, but I'm not happy with how bland the end is. That's why I added better end. Yeah, I know what immersive portals is. It's fun to see it so popular. It is. Honestly, there's only two other things that I would really want to be added. One of which isn't Forge compatible, and the other one I'd have to actually make because it's not a mod currently in existence, or I'd have to hire someone to make it, or just, you know, convince one of my fans to make it, but I wouldn't want to ask them to do that. A parallel reality mod? Ooh. Can I go get food, please, fish? Yeah, go get food. Goddamn. You don't have to ask me to go get food. Go feed yourself. I'm pretty sure that, the smeltery mod, I can't remember which one that is. You know, the one, with seared bricks and that shit? I am like 80% sure that that's not Forge compatible. I'm thinking about going through and, like, actually making the, concept art for the mod that I want to make. That way you guys can steal it and run with it if you so choose. Exit with your life. A mod that adds a parallel reality where everything is ever so slightly off, and when you exit the nether, you have a low chance of going there. Ooh. What are you talking about, what were you talking about one of your fans making? Oh, I've had this idea for a mod that I wanted to have, for a long time. But I don't know how to make mods, and I don't have the money to hire someone, so I'm most likely going to just make some concept art for it and see where you guys run with it. Until I can hire someone to do it how I like it. I've talked about it once before. I would title it Mob Naturalistics. It would update, it would be minor pathfinding updates for all current mobs, add baby variants of all current mobs, and add a special generation in which, and add special generation which will spawn those types of mobs no matter the time of day, including baby variants. So, creepers would be, in shallow caves with, Creepers would have like shallow caves. Uh, Drowns would have. I think the hardest thing would be updating the mob pathing because the main issues I have with mob pathing right now is that they don't understand the difference between full and partial blocks, which makes it very fucking easy to make traps or to break their AI. Um, so a few of the changes, just off the top of my head. Uh, Phantoms would have areas, most likely in hollow caves, where they would spawn more phantoms. What's wrong with that? I just, it's a little bit immersion breaking. I'm not a fan of it. I think it looks better without. But so phantoms would have a place where they would spawn. They would recognize whenever a player would be underneath a block and would leave. They would see a player. They would see a player underneath a block after it spawns and understand that it would it would not be able to access the player and thus would leave. No, what's wrong with traps? Nothing's wrong with traps. It's that it's too easy. It makes the mobs feel like they're not actually a threat after a certain point. I mean this is like kindly as possible to Mojang, but the fact that I can place trapdoors in my mob farm and increase its efficiency by over 80% is insane. Um, to kind of give an explanation as to what I would want to see for mob pathing AI, like how I would overwrite it, look into a game called Rain World and see how they animate, see how they figure out pathfinding. They use what's called naturalistic generated animation. I don't want it to go that far. I'm fine with the animation. Also, giving mobs better gimmicks. Yeah! I'm fine with the way that mobs currently, I'm fine with the way that way mobs currently move around and attack and shit. I don't mind the animation. I want more realistic pathfinding. Or, kind of one of my dreams is the ability for there to be simple group learning. I'm not expecting like perfect AI learning. I'm expecting like if you interact with a mob, do you make the origin mod work yet with the instructions I gave you? No, I haven't tried yet, honestly. That's something that I have in the works that is up next on my to-do list. But okay. So the way Rain World gets the way Rain World makes its characters move is it will pick a destination where it wants to go, and then pick the 5 best places in 5 best movement paths, and then pick one of those at random. And it will do that every time there is an update to the pathing surrounding them. So if you enter a new screen, then that mob's pathing will update based on the fact that you are no longer within its vision. I know that that's difficult. I am well fucking aware. But can you imagine? Okay, here's a scenario for you. In a situation that I am, A zombie spawns up my staircase just a little bit, not far, and it recognizes that there's two directions to go, upstairs or downstairs. Of course, it could also stand still, but it decides to go upstairs because up is where players are. Logically, up is where players are. Zombie goes upstairs, finds sunlight. Sunlight caused damage. Zombie learns sunlight caused damage. Unless following a player, do not go up. Now, if this were to happen in an area where the baby monsters were spawning, one zombie getting burned by the daylight means those baby monsters would know not to go in the daylight unless hunting a player. So you could interact with zombies that you can very easily lead into sunlight. Very easily lead into sunlight, but you'll know that you're near a nest because the zombies won't run into sunlight blindly. They'll recognize it's a danger, and there's a chance that they will stop at the edge of the shadow. I'm not saying it has to be perfect learning. I'm not saying it has to be like every single thing that they could pick up on they could learn. Just give it a set of like 5 parameters of was it raised with a bunch of others or was it spawned in naturally? Is it able to pick up that this thing is dangerous? How long has it been around? So the longer that the mob has survived in the world before despawning, the less likely it is to just walk into a trap. And the final thing would be something like, is if it's holding a weapon, doesn't know how to use it. That's just an example for zombies. For creepers, it would be ingrained within creepers' knowledge that they would not, that blowing up would cause death. So, instead of walking up to a player and hissing, it would see a player and hiss as it runs away, and would only attack if you attack first. If you swing first, that's when a creeper should attack. It should not be one of those of, I see it and want to immediately kill it no matter what. I am well aware of how difficult this all is. I know. Maybe it's just my own crackpot dreams that won't ever be made. Maybe. So give different weights to actions, and if they take damage, the parameters decrease according to what ones made the choice. Yeah! And it would not be too super, like, intense. Like, you could literally do it based on how many ticks they've been in the game. So, after, say, 500 ticks, zombies automatically know that going in sunlight damages them, and therefore will not go into sunlight unless provoked. Creepers will not walk up to a player unless provoked. I also genuinely, I just really, really want to see Baby Enderman. Can you imagine how cute that would be? Can you imagine how powerful they would be? Yeah, but can you also imagine how, Yeah, I understand how powerful having mobs that would be able to learn about the dangers of their surroundings would be. But can you imagine how much more fucking immersive the game would be? How insane it would be to recognize that you are walking into, like, a zombie spawner and know that all of them are well aware of all of the traps that you would normally use and they don't work. Maybe some mobs can't learn. Yeah. An example, spiders should not be able to learn. Spiders pathfinding, it is fucked up, but it also makes sense as to why it's fucked up, and they also have a passive state. Therefore, they should not learn. Another example of this is, Enderman would inherently know that water is dangerous, but would not take that into account and would still go into what would be considered dangerous areas because of rain. They wouldn't learn about rain. They wouldn't comprehend rain. They stick pins in ya like a vegetable. Ah. There's, let's see, the main ones that need an overhaul right now. I feel like the undead should be much slower than, learn much slower than, yeah. Most definitely. Another thing is, certain behaviors should not happen. Like, there are certain behaviors when it comes to, like, how mobs act that should just not happen at all. 15, that's not bad. Am I in timeout again? No, you're not in timeout. Piglins should have a risk rating for aggression. Yeah! If you walk into a bastion, destroy all their gold in front of them, put them in a hole, and then toss gold at them, they should still be aggressive at you. They should not be willing to trade. And if you come in wearing absolutely no armor, then they also shouldn't be aggressive at you. They would be unwilling to trade, but they wouldn't be aggressive. Because if you listen, if you're walking into a bastion and even just full iron, you're a risk. But if you're coming in like half leather or no armor at all, then they should not get aggressive at you unless you destroy their gold blocks, because that is their possession and you are stealing from them. However, I do believe that piglin brutes should remain always aggressive. Reason why is just because it makes sense within the like setup that was built around piglins. That one just makes sense. Sometimes I forget you're playing Minecraft. Maybe brutes have a significantly lower threshold. If you sprint through the bastion instead of walk, you are considered a threat. But they shouldn't always attack. I think it's fine if they always attack, just because I don't really care. Also, one thing that should be a given, though. If you attack a piglin brute, or worse, you kill a piglin brute, every single fucking piglin. No running in the halls, detention for you. If you kill a piglin brute, every single piglin within that bastion will become hostile. Because, think about it. The Nether is a very dangerous and hostile place. Like, just by the nature of it. If you have a creature that comes in and the first thing they do is walk up to the guardian of whatever your home is and kill it without a second thought. If a piglin does an active scam, trade piglin's hunt. Baldy will hear about this? No. I think the scams should stay for the simple point of, you should be able to take trades that you've gotten and within a certain amount of time, toss it back to the piglin who traded with you as a rejection of the trade. Think about it. You're sitting there, vibing, having, 7 out of 10 day, and then piglin drops you a water bottle, which you don't need, you don't want, and immediately you toss the water bottle back out. He should try to trade that, he should either give you back your gold, because he recognizes that the trade was rejected, or he, because, you can always reject a trade, or, he should try and trade it for something else. Piglin will pick it up since it dropped next to him. But water bottles are extremely valuable to them? Yeah. But it's useless to you. Even if something is... Here's a historical example. Whenever colonizers went to Mexico, they found people who were willing to give them shit tons of gold for basically nothing, because to them, gold wasn't usable. Gold was fucking worthless. It was just shiny, and the only reason they used it was because it was better than nothing. So whenever these weird people came into their land going, "Give us all your gold," they were like, "Okay." And then they ran out of gold, and they were like, "Give us all your gold." And they're like, "That is all the gold." Should give them complex economic system. No, but it would be nice if they were like, I mean, this is gonna sound so stupid. It would be nice if they had a similar, if they had similar economic behavior to villagers without the trading menu. There's ants on my soda. New soda time. Have the same economic behavior, of seeing certain things as more valuable, and, sip, sip, sip. See certain things as more valuable than others, and, being willing to trade objects for currency and currency for objects back and forth, but without the menu. You can't pick it because you can't communicate with them. You can't talk to them. You have an idea but need a new structure? That's valid. Piglin markets? I think that would just be a section of a bastion or a fortress, would it not? Yeah, would that not just be a part of a bastion? Bastion mid. Considering, all the information we have around piglins, and they're, especially with... Piglins are the most complex AI that we have in Minecraft, and the bastions are so fucking lame in comparison to how interesting they are. They are by far the most interesting and most complex AI we have in the game. And they have the worst setup for their, like, build. Are you kidding? Bastion should cause instant high risk with exception of stables. I see your point. I see your point, but I would also like to hear your reasoning. See, someone likes AI. I have an interest. Like, think about it. All the things that make, you and my mom both. Ouch. Hate that. Like, okay, everything that makes piglins interesting was done with a different mob, just worse. So, it's obvious that we cannot communicate with the piglins because we don't speak the same language, but we can trade with them. By quite literally just giving them currency, and they respond with what they deem to be valuable. Trading was done worse with villagers, because it wasn't like the same, the concepts were different. Pack dynamics were done worse with zombies, because, they were thinking zombie pack, and, the pack dynamics for zombies were thinking zombie horde and not, pack of monsters. No, you can stick around, don't worry, it's fine, I'm fine. So mobs were so everything that is done well with piglins is done worse in a previous mob, which is why when I look at piglins, I'm like, everything else needs a redo. Most bastions are meant to be a highly secure location. Where royals are meant to live. Huh. Okay, that's fair. I see your point. But I still think that if you walk into a bastion with no armor, then you shouldn't be seen as a risk. And the reason why is because think about it like this. If someone walks into, if someone walks into into the prince's, like, if someone walks into the royal palace and they are just wearing, like, normal clothes, then they're not a risk. But if someone walks into the royal palace wearing full fucking riot gear, that one's a risk. Also, controversial opinion, but I really want to see this. You should be able to cure zombified piglins over in the overworld, and they would immediately get re-zombified. If you do this, then that will make any and all piglins in the that you interact with within a reasonable amount of time. I say same amount of time as Bad Omen. Any piglins that you interact with after that for a reasonable amount of time will always be hostile towards you. I'm not supposed to wear riot gear into palaces? No. You should be it sounds dumb, but think about it. If you go, oh, well, how would they know? How would they find out? Shut up, it's funny. You go into a bastion without armor, they should be followed by a brute without aggro, and if they do anything sus, kill on sight. Yeah, I like that. Also, it goes without saying, but because you're able to, if you are able to cure zombified piglins in the, if you're able to cure zombified piglins in the overworld, obviously you're able to cure them in the nether, no shit. But can you imagine how fucked up it would be for like someone to cure a zombified piglin in the overworld just to watch them re-zombify? Here's another fun concept for you guys to chew on. Imagine, how would they know? You will reek of rotting flesh? Exactly. But think about it in this fun setup. You do that over and over and over again. You use it, obviously this wouldn't be used for like, obviously this wouldn't be used for like the actual mod, but think of this concept story-wise. You do it over and over and over again as a torture method for information. Quite literally kill someone and bring them back to life hundreds, if not thousands of times for information. That is fucking horrific. Oh, that is gravel. Should be able to wear a mask to reset your risk temporarily. Masks of different, if you're going that route, masks of different mobs will reset your, risk depending on the mob. For example, wearing a skeleton mask, will increase your risk, so that all piglin brutes are immediately hostile. Wearing a wither skeleton skull will make it so that all piglins are automatically, all brutes are automatically hostile, but every other type of piglin will run away. And the reason why is because soul flame. Because piglins are scared of soul flames. Normal skeleton would be seen as, would be kill on sight for brutes, but everything else would be neutral. Zombie or zombie piglin, much like actual zombies and zombie piglin, would be neutral. Would be a neutral reaction. Reason why the reason why is the canon war of the wither skeletons and piglins? Wait, that was a canon thing? I thought that was a headcanon thing. Oh. Well, guess you learn something new every day, huh? Think there should be a smart zombie? Doesn't kill. Okay, that's actually getting into the second part that I wanted to talk about. So I mentioned that mobs would be able to learn, right? Mobs would be able to learn, right? And if they're around, if they spawn in a in what I'm going to be referring to it as a nest for all mobs, but it's basically where baby mobs are most likely to spawn, and is if they spawn from there, those are the only ones that can actually grow up. So, say that you find, I'll use creepers for this example because baby creepers bring me serotonin. Say you find a creeper nest. Of course, all of them are scared, they're jumpy, but you come up, make sure none of them explode. You come up, see that none of them explode, you're not in any armor, and then you walk away. One time, that shows that you're not a danger. A couple Minecraft days later, you do the same thing. You walk up, you show that you're not a danger, you just watch, then you walk away. You do this a few times. Eventually, eventually, the creepers of that nest will have enough neutral interactions with you, they won't be scared of you. So you can just walk up to them, and over time, over time, you can pick, once you get trust with the nest, hang on, sip of soda. Once you get close with the nest, and, the creepers are used to you, then you go in, and you walk in one day, you just pick up a baby creeper, and you leave. And because the nest trusts you, they're not gonna stop you. And because the baby creeper doesn't see you as a threat, it's not gonna blow up. So you take it home, you raise it, that's your creeper now. That's your pet. You have a pet creeper now. How about a trust effect like Hero of the Village? Yeah! So, you can literally, through method of repeated exposure, get a nest to trust you, and then just take home a pet creeper. That creeper is your pet now, and will, it will, ward off other mobs. Because it'll see you as part of its clan. So it'll hiss at things, it'll hiss at hostile mobs if hostile mobs get too close. It'll get, if you attack something, it will also, it'll run over, hiss at it, and then run away. Maybe you have to train them. I feel like that would be an add-on mod. I don't feel like adding that to the first version of it would be a good idea. Because have it so that, the base version of the mod would make it so that you can take home a baby, version of the mob, and then it would have the same, behavior as a dog, essentially, where it runs and it'll follow you around. It'll follow you around. It'll attack things that you attack, and you can heal it. But I feel like an add-on mod that would allow for like special training would be a good idea. How about like trust 2 of your friends with 2 or more, and most mobs like you? Yeah. I'm glad you guys like my idea. This is one that I've had like rumbling around within my head for a long time. But the training would be like crouch left clicking to show yes, do that, and it applies weight to those variables. Yeah, that would be cute. Hello, Phantom. Welcome in. I really like this song. Hey, no calling Ghostbusters in my chat. If we have a pest problem, I will handle it. What's even better is that we could remove natural spawning and have the nest be relatively common. Ooh. I was thinking about having them be a bit more rare. I was thinking having them slightly more rare for the reasoning of finding one would be special, but honestly having them more common, like what you're saying, would be really cool. And making it compatible with like mob variant mods would be really cool too. Um, you know how there's like a lot of texture packs that have like mob variants? Making it compatible with those would be really fucking cool too. And it wouldn't even, it metaphorically wouldn't be that difficult. I'm saying metaphorically because I don't know how that would work. Of, like, check for mob do a... Bubbly, are you okay? I think your NPC is contemplating that log. Theoretically, we're just taking their actions and adding variables that get adjusted based on past experiences. Yeah! La-di-da-da-da. La-di-da-di-da-di-da-da-da. 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 So we can technically remove their past AI and replace it with this. Yeah! That log to be looking mighty fun, I guess. Tomorrow is first D&D session. Pog, excited? Just realized? What did you just realize, King? We can add fake players. Yeah. I've never been a fan of fake players because their AI doesn't match like actual communication methods. What's that mod with the NPC? It is it is Taterzens, which is usable on both Forge and Fabric. Bubbly. Bubbly, I'm concerned. So no, I ain't the best. And no, I don't say sorry. And no, I ain't perfect, but I am the man. Oh, just so you know, if you are like, or are crouch up and down, when close to a player, like, okay, it's stuff like that. It's like crouching when you're a player. For example, it's like, you know, typical like non-verbal stuff. If they want to lead you somewhere, you don't click on them. They'll just like move like this, trying to get your attention. It's all fun and games until they make Morse code. Um, what I was about to say, if you're going to make this mod, if you like the ideas that I have and you're going to make this mod, let me know. I will happily make some concept art for you. Just so that you have an idea as to where like my head is at on it. But if you don't use my concept art, but you want to make it as like a surprise for me, that's fine too. I will not accept it if you do not name baby creepers creeper pups. I will not accept it. Baby creepers are creeper pups and you cannot change my mind. That is a statement. That is a threat, actually. Aren't they making a type of moss? Aren't they made of a type of moss, making them sporelings? No, I refuse. The reason why is because the term creeper pup is cuter. Creeper pup is cuter, and I will not be taking criticism. I need to make a storage build soon, because I'm really low on storage. Just had an idea. I love ideas. Share it. Share it with the class. Two kinds of creepers. Go on. Big stretch. That's good. A moss kind and a non-moss kind. Milky, have you considered that you're a genius? The moss kind would learn a lot slower than the non-moss kind. It would be, like, really fucking slow. Moss ones can duplicate themselves by exploding. Oh my god! I was playing a mod pack with Max where that was a thing, where after they would, after a creeper would explode, there would be like this aura around it for a little bit that would spawn between like 1 and 8, between like 4 and 8, tiny baby creepers that were called creepies, and I fucking hated them. I mean that in like a slash pause way, by the way. I fucking hated it, slash pause. And the moss ones also learn a lot slower than the non-moss ones. Non-moss ones are more harmful, but have to breed normally. Ooh. I like that. I like that a lot. You know what would make it even better? If the adult ones are nearly identical, but whenever they're little, the non-moss ones are like just smaller versions of creepers that just move slower because crawling, because that'd be cute. Fuck you. And the moss ones are like small mounds of moss. Azalea caves. Azalea caves could be one of the types of nests for them. That would be fucking awful! Imagine finding an azalea cave and you're like, oh my god, I'm so excited, I get to get all this pretty moss. And then you get down there just full of creepers. No other mob, just creepers. The floors are made of creeper. In the same way that you would expect silverfish to fuck around. I'm sorry. It's so cursed. I'm dying. It's fine. Anywho. Chat. I've now been live for 3 hours. I originally decided to stream early because I was feeling like crap. So I think it's a good idea for me to hop off and go do some self-care. So, spiders should be truly neutral to you but kill other mobs. Neutral on that one. They should remain hostile at night because they wouldn't be able to tell the difference between you and a zombie. But when you're in light, if they are hostile towards all other mobs except players, then if you're in the dark, if you're below a certain light level, then spiders should still attack you. Because they wouldn't be able to tell the difference between you and a zombie, realistically. Should make 2 varieties for each mob. That would be a massive fucking undertaking. When you look in the mirror for the first time in a week and realize you look like absolute shit. Valid? Concerning, but valid. One I tell you about, one I keep secret. Sure. But if I guess the secret variant, you're not allowed to change it. Adds varieties of the warden. Okay. I don't mean to be angry about this, but I do have a very strong opinion about the warden and how it should be handled for this. The warden should not be changed. Like, almost at all. Here's my reasoning behind it, okay? The warden in of itself is a mob that is not made to be, it's not made to be killed. It's not made to be fought. It's not meant to be farmed. There is no good reason to try and kill the warden. It doesn't drop anything even remotely useful, which implies, both by its name and by what it drops, that it is a more advanced version of an iron golem. All it does is attack things that it deems to be hostile. The warden should remain the same. You should be able to craft a warden to use as your ally. The wardens should remain the same. You should be able to craft a warden as your ally. The warden should only be aggressive if you break skulk blocks. No, I think that the noise thing makes sense. I like how the warden is designed. I just think that, based on what is known about wardens, it should not be changed. Okay? Think about it. Okay. I'm taking hands off keyboard while I talk about this because I'm getting into thinking mode. Wardens in of themselves, think about how they react to their surroundings, okay? Wardens, as the mob is, they are a type of craft one at a sort of disarming sound. Yeah. Um Hang on. Ads just started rolling. Let me know when you guys are back. Who's this? Working on the night shift. I don't know, but I don't think I like it. It's so cute. I can feel his heart racing. About time we had a brand new plaything. Another yellow belly bonking like a chick. They are slowly closing in. Stay calm. Stay calm. In strength within. Stay calm. Stay calm. Don't respond to Craigslist ads. Stay calm. Stay calm. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and start explaining it. So, think about it like this. In the case of a village, you come across a place that is very clearly currently filled with people and has a mob that is made to defend the area and attacks anything it deems as hostile. This includes you, if it deems you to be hostile. We go to the deep dark, a place that clearly had past tense a lot of people, based on how much skulk is around, with a guardian that attacks anything it deems as hostile, which includes you. In that way, it seems to be a type of golem that something went wrong, and now it is attacking innocents, and it cannot discern between the two. You should be able to build a warden that is neutral to you, but the more it kills, the more dangerous it becomes, and the more likely it is to turn against you because of how skulk grows. That's what I think. That's my opinion on the warden. Should be able to use shears on a warden to let it see. Or if you use shears on a warden, it should become neutral. It should become neutral towards you. That would not only make it so that wardens are actually a useful mob, but make it worthwhile to go into the deep dark and try to attempt to encounter the warden instead of just hiding from it. If it's a golem, there's obviously an area for eyes. Maybe. If you're curious, I think whenever you shear it, you should get a mod item that I'm gonna say something that's gonna sound a little bit stupid. You should get just looking at its model. True. Looking if you shear a warden, if you shear a warden, you should get something called skulk dust, which you can use to craft skulk blocks, skulk shriekers, and skulk sensors. Which you would do with redstone. Just saying. Oh, the blind. If you have a warden that is neutral towards you, and if you have a warden that is neutral towards you, it will still give you blindness. That's just a whoops. Sorry. Looks at the skulk veins. Here's another idea. Like, that's not something I can real like. That's an AOE type thing. Just back up, deal with it. Like. Alright, chatters. Genuinely, though, I am tired. I am in pain. I'm gonna go ahead and call it a night, so thank you all so much for hanging out with me. Let's see if there's anyone to raid out to. K-Dog is live. Let's go ahead and raid out to him again. He's been live this entire time. Jesus. Hmm? The warden will tunnel immediately when in direct sunlight. Interesting. So, let's raid out to K-Dog again. Be sure to send him some love and kindness. Thank you all so much for watching. You guys are amazing. Have a wonderful, fantastic night. Raid message today is, you really do like that log. Raid message today is, you would, let me type it out so that you can just copy paste it. Ah! Because I was in a water box this entire time, there's your raid message. If you guys do not have access to either of those emotes for whatever reason, just use the one that you do have. Be sure to send love and kindness over to K-Dog. As you all know, he is amazing. Thank you all so much for hanging out with me. Send love and kindness wherever you go. Have a wonderful, fantastic night. Good night, you guys.